it'll say, it's telling you that the annual certification is overdue. These pumps are managed by a third-party system that we pay for. So you can just ignore this. It's just telling you that they should be maintained. We supply DEA numbers and everything for it. So we'll just hit OK. It still works. All right. And it says the pump was turned off during the infusion. I can click it, OK, to continue the infusion, or I'll hit exit to go to startup. And I want to show you from the beginning startup. Come on in, guys, a little closer. So we hit exit on the pump. And I want you to take notice of the face of the pump. On the upper bar, it says L&D clinical care area. That's where it should be for OB. Everybody see that? L&D clinical area, it's up at the top. The other thing that it will say up there is post-op clinical area. When you go to select your drug, it's going to be for the other concentration bag, the one for thoracic epidurals. You want it to say L&D in OB, okay? So that's something you should look at. And if I change here, you can see that they're the selections that I get to choose from. L&D post-op. L&D post-op. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. And we're going to choose it. So for OB, we're going to choose L&D. It says it up there.
So nauseating.
That's okay. And we're going to pick new infusion. Okay, so new infusion. Is it a new patient? Yes. You do not need to enter the patient ID number. Okay, so we can just hit past this where it says L&D patient ID. We'll hit OK. Drug name. If you type in, you can go to the symbols. Go to this one. If I want to hit F for fentanyl, I have to hit it 3 times because it's the third letter in that keystroke. And then I hit find. And it's going to tell me the only F drug that sounds funny. The only drug that is programmed for L&D that has a fentanyl or an F word in it. So we're going to pick fentanyl. And on the screen, I want you to see it says fentanyl 2/fentanyl 1.25. What did we say that 0.25% equaled in milligrams?
She's speaking about bupivacaine.
Bupivacaine. And so 0.125 is how many milligrams per ml?
15.
So yes, 1.25. So that is in milligrams, and this is in micrograms, the fentanyl. 2 means mics per ml. Bupivacaine dose is in milligrams, not percent here, okay? So don't get confused when you see the 1.25. It's in milligram dosages, all right? As opposed to percent, okay? So we pick it. And it's going to ask the volume to be infused, VTBI, just like any other pump. You pick 250.
You can do like 245 or something.
It actually gives you a warning. This pump is a
Okay.
built-in warning, so you don't have to do that. You can put 247, whatever you want to put to give them a couple more minutes, but it'll start beeping when it knows that by the program dose it's getting close to being out. It will start beeping at people. So 250. The continuous rate, what did we say? Does anybody remember? 10 mLs an hour, 8 to 12, right? So 10 is a common infusion basal rate that we use. So 10 mLs per hour. Demand bolus, 6 ml bolus. So 0 to 10, it gives you the parameters. So we're going to choose 6 mLs. Bolus lockout, 10 minutes, right? So it's hours then minutes. Okay, boluses per hour. So what did I say the max was? 22. If I'm running at 10 mLs an hour, how many boluses can I give on top of that? 2 boluses. So boluses per hour max is 2. If I'm running at 10, I can give 2 6 ml boluses to max me at 22. Remember the other pump I told you could put in the max? This one, you have to figure it out. Okay, so you have to calculate it. So if we're running at 8 an hour, from 22 I have, what is that, 12? No, 14. Good, thank you. Still the same. It's still going to be 2. All right. So we'll hit OK. Do I want to load the patient? Remember I said we can load when we put the epidural in. We can load with the local that's in the tray. Sometimes they'll do the test dose and they'll give a little bit of marking. A lot of the anesthesiologists will ask you to get 0.25% marking from the Pyxis, and they dump it in their tray and they actually bolus right from that. No need to load. You can just start the pump, all right? So normally we say loading dose, we say no. And then it gives you a review. You want to confirm that we're fentanyl 2 mics per per ml, bupivacaine 1.25 milligrams per ml, a 250 bag, continuous at 10, with a 6 ml bolus every 10 minutes minimally, right? How many boluses I'm going to allow per hour? 2, all right? For a total of 22. And then it's asking me to start the infusion. And you'll see that it'll start to circle. There's the circle. Do you see the little circle spinning? That's how you know it's infusing. All right? If you go to bolus history, if you're coming up in the middle of the night to see how many times your patient's hitting it, it's good to look at bolus history because